channel has been hacked. Whether they've been privately deleted or not. Man, it has been a wild few days. So last Friday, my channel was hacked. Like, completely hacked, and subsequently deleted off the internet without a trace. Now, obviously, I got the channel back, but the story behind it is so wild that I couldn't help but immortalize it in this video. It all starts on January 30th when I received an email from what looked to be NordVPN. Now, let me be very clear, this was not NordVPN. This was a hacker trying to infiltrate my computer. And infiltrate, they most certainly motherfucking did. Everything about the email looked right except for two things. The email address was sus as hell, and the zip file they sent me contained what appeared to be a PDF file contract, but was actually a .scr file. Now, what is a .scr file? Well, technically it's a screensaver file, but it's essentially an executable file. I foolishly clicked this, not checking the file extension, and the moment nothing happened, GG. I knew pretty much instantly that shit was about to hit the fan. I got in the car with my girlfriend, and in my mind, I'm like, it's about to go down. The moment I sit in the car, the emails start rolling in. Within seconds, I was locked out of my account with quite literally no way of getting back in. The whole car ride, I try literally everything I could think of, and nothing works. I finally got to the train station, checked Discord, and sure enough, people start writing in, goddamn Tesla Live. This didn't shock me because I've seen this happen to honestly a stupid amount of other creators, but naturally, I was starting to get really concerned. After all, this is my passion and my job. When I finally got to my computer, Duck walked into the room. For those of you who don't know, Duck's my brother, that's his Bungie name, not his real name, and we started processing the situation. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly how this next part happened, purely because I don't want to give any more information to potential hackers, but I'll tell you what happened. I managed to actually start a live stream to my hacked account. People started flooding in, asking what the hell was going on, and we all just stayed there and watched the shit show unfold for like 2 hours. Now, in that time, I did the only thing anyone would think to do in this situation. I went to Twitter. Now, I don't use Twitter, but I just so happened to have an account in case some shit like this were to happen. I made a tweet and quickly got the attention of Team YouTube, but then nothing. We all sat in the live stream watching the channel burn for about an hour 45 until something happened that I never would have expected. The man himself, Mr. T Lexify, DM'd me just being super supportive, reassuring, and giving some really good advice as far as what I should be doing next to make some forward progress. I honestly can't thank Lex enough for reaching out. This probably would have taken a lot longer and have been a much more stressful process had he not been so reassuring and supportive. Now back to the shit show that was Tesla Live. Again, I won't say exactly how for fear of giving them more information, but I actually managed to delete their scam live stream, which meant that the only thing on the channel was my live stream, the last bastion of hope. After a while, they must have realized that I had zone control, so they killed my live stream and put theirs back up. So we went back and forth like this 2 or 3 more times until my live stream was stopped again, but this time not because the hackers had taken it down, but because the channel itself was deleted. Yeah, midstream. This shit was happening in real time. Now, I won't lie to you, I wasn't super worried. After all, this type of stuff happens all the time, but of course I was nervous. My channel, the one that had just passed 50,000 subscribers and had thousands of hours of passionate work on it, was gone. After making one last tweet to YouTube, I pinned it and just sort of waited. Now, Lex had suggested that I do 2 things. A, reach out to Team YouTube directly asking for a hijacking form, and B, investing in a Titan security key. I reached out to Team YouTube, and after some back and forth in DMs, a form was submitted and we were on the track to recovery. Let me also take a second to thank Fallout Plays. He quoted a tweet of mine tagging Team YouTube and recommending as well that I invest in a Titan security key. I love Fallout, so receiving some support and guidance from him was greatly appreciated. After a day or 2 of communicating with Google's support team, the channel was reinstated and all is pretty much back to normal. Now, my thoughts on the situation, as well as some guidance for other content creators who may find themselves in this situation. This was my first time having to get through to YouTube's support team, and we've all heard the horror stories about them taking forever or just straight up not responding. And I must say, I am impressed with how quickly the situation was dealt with. My one complaint and one bit of advice is Twitter is essentially the only way I could think to get a hold of YouTube, and while it worked, I just feel like there should be a more direct and private way for creators to reach directly to YouTube or Google support. Because as it stands, the only thing I could think to do in the situation was make a fuss about it on Twitter, because that's all I've ever seen any other content creator do, and it seems to work. So yeah, it works, but not the best best system, if you can even call it a system. Also, when reporting a channel, there's no option to report for suspected hijacking or hacking, which could be something for YouTube to look into. For anyone who is or is an aspiring creator on the platform and might have something like this happen to them, reach out to Team YouTube on Twitter asking for a hijacking form. Make sure your DMs are open and just follow their instructions, which will more than likely lead to you salvaging your channel. Also, as both Lex and Fallout recommended to me, invest in a Titan security key. This is a physical way for you and only you to sign into your channel. They're like $35 on Google's store, and I'll link them in the description. Honestly, this whole experience just made me appreciate you all and this channel even more. I did my best to stay calm through the whole ordeal, but I won't lie, there was a moment or two where I was seriously worried that things here might be over. But thankfully, we're still here, Lightfall is like 3 weeks away, and I'm feeling pretty good. To the hackers that took over the channel, fuck you. But to everyone else who was helping me along through the situation, thank you so much for all your support. All the tweets, retweets, DMs on Discord. I appreciate all of you. I'm gonna get back to editing. I got every video from now till Lightfall's launch recorded. I hope you're having a great day, night, or whatever it is, and until next time, Guardians, goodbye.